Hey everyone, it's Steph, and this is Sell Your House with Steph, the Instagram, the website. My name is Stephanie Saunders, and I am a real estate agent in Massachusetts. And I work with a company called Leading Edge. They started in Boston, and they've slowly been dominating the real estate market and the landscape here in Boston and the greater Boston area, we like to call it. I'm originally from Manchester, New Hampshire, so I know North Boston pretty well. I also lived out in California for 15 years. I lived in San Diego for college, San Diego State, go Aztecs. I went up to graduate school in San Francisco at American Conservatory Theater, where I studied classical acting. And then I lived out in LA for 7 or 8 years in entertainment, doing everything from world premiere theater to television and film. Then I turned 30 and LA asked me to leave. I'm just kidding. It does get a little harder though, so I came back to New England. Actually, my mom said something really great. She said, I was kind of having a hard time in LA and I wasn't quite sure where I was going, and is this where I wanted to spend the rest of my life? And I'd been away from New England for so long, but I still had that draw to the Boston area, and I still had that sarcasm and that wit, and I really needed to get back with my family, get with my people. And so I came back to New England. My mom said, you've never given New England a shot as an adult. And I thought that was really interesting, because you're right, like as soon as I turned 18, I graduated high school, I hit the road, I was California dreaming. So I came back, and I've been here almost 5 years now, and it's been an incredible reawakening to the beauty of New England. I've just fallen back in love. In fact, the first time I was home, I just couldn't stop geeking out about all the homes, because in California, everything is very, I don't want to say the same, but I'm going to say the same. And in New England, there's such a mix of architecture, and there's so many different homes, and there's so many different neighborhoods. And I just kept being like, look at that one, look at that one. Oh my God, look at that one. And my sister at the time was like, God, you really like houses. You should sell real estate. And I was like, what? No. So that was the first time it was sort of brought to my attention. And then I went back. I'd always, aside from entertainment, I'd always worked in the beauty industry. So I'd always worked in beauty sales. I worked for beauty brands at department stores. And then when I was in LA, I worked in the celebrity hair world. I was the director of first impressions, or let's just say, front desk concierge for some really top, major, amazing celebrity hairstylist. So that was another sales, as well as time management, as well as VIP relations. It was a really great training ground. So I worked there for a few years as well. And since I've been back in New England, I've gone full-time into the beauty sales industry. I'm currently a beauty stylist at Nordstrom. So I'm a personal shopper. I sell cosmetics, but I also sell the whole store, and I style people and their husbands and their kids, and we do shoes, and we do clothes, and we do home goods, and I do all kinds of, I like to call it investigative helping, because really sales for me is all about just asking so many questions that I can give you options and ultimately let you decide. So that's really kind of the same model. And then of course, I think my success in sales, I really try to put the customer first. I really believe in customer service. I believe in follow-up. I believe in staying in touch. I believe in just staying in communication. I originally went to college as a communications major and a PR major, but I eventually got a theater degree and then another theater degree. But all these things in my life, they kind of have come together, and I was sort of, I'd been doing the retail for a while, and I was said, well, what else is there? And I really wanted to take control of my destiny, and I really wanted to, I have a very entrepreneurial spirit, and I really wanted to work in an industry where I set my own hours. I still can work in customer service. And so that led me to taking the real estate test and passing. And it took me a long time to pick a brokerage. I interviewed everybody, and I mean everybody from Newburyport to Boston to Andover, and ultimately I went with Leading Edge because one of my clients, my very good customers that I've serviced for years, kept talking about how great her brokerage was. And I kept saying, well, you know, it's more in that Burlington area, and I live up in Bradford, and that's really, you know, it's kind of a little bit, I'm trying to not have to drive so much. But ultimately, I finally got in there and I interviewed with Leading Edge, and I was so impressed with their brokerage, the way that they are changing the landscape in the industry. They really are on the leading edge. They really have systems in place, and it's such a great place for consumers. And as someone that's so customer service focused, I know that the systems work. I know that in order to build a book of business, you have to follow up, and you have to stay in touch, and you have to be a friend. It's so much more than sales. It's really just providing great customer service and doing what you would do for your friends. So I've decided to go with Leading Edge. So this is sort of my official announcement. I'm also, on my way down there right now, and I'm very excited to learn more about the industry. I'm working with a mentor, Christine Beaudry, who is in the Lexington office, and she's one of my past customers and clients, and so I really look forward to doing some deals with her, and I really look forward to helping you. I do plan on also getting my New Hampshire license, just because that's a no-brainer since I'm so familiar with the southern New Hampshire market. And I guess that's a little bit about me. I'm on the highway now, so I should probably get back to driving. And I just wanted to introduce myself, so I'd love for you to join me on Instagram. It's at Sell Your House with Steph. You can also find me on Facebook, same handle, Facebook page at Sell Your House with Steph. And there's also going to be a website and a newsletter, so I can give you updates and I can give you market research. There's so much happening in the industry right now. I'm obsessed with everything that I'm learning about. The market is still appreciating. The mortgage rates are low, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of great investment properties. And I look forward to growing your real estate portfolio as well as my real estate portfolio, and really helping you plan your real estate future and what does that look like for you. So I am going to be setting up meetings very soon. If you would like to be on a short list of someone who would like to sit down with me and talk about real estate, talk about buying or selling, just talk about a long-term plan. It doesn't even have to be anything for today. Let's just start a conversation. So, I know you never know when something's going to come on the market, and if you know that someone's looking for that, it just helps me service you better in the long run. So I think that's it for now. There will be a website as well. Did I already say that? I did start a Twitter handle too, so if you do Twitter, it's all the same. I think Twitter is Steph Sold My House, because at Sell Your House with Steph was like too long or something, but it's so hard to get one thing across all platforms. Does that ever happen to you? Leave a comment on any suggestions that you have for that. And also, I'd love your feedback on your favorite CRM software. I'm definitely looking at a couple that I want to help grow my database and keep in touch with everybody. So if there's a software that you like, or if there's a software that you tried that you are not a fan of, I would love that information, because I'm currently putting all of that together. So this is Steph signing out. Sell Your House with Steph, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.